During my last video, I was explaining to us that brain circuit is not an idea for spontaneous ventilation. And I gave you the reason where I was saying one, it leads to rebreathing, and when rebreathing occurred, it leads to some medical complications, which may not be too good for the patient. But the question now is, which of these anesthetic medical breathing circuit is an idea for spontaneous ventilation? It's a question that this video tend to answer. Hi, my name is Adebayo Christopher Adedoyin. I'm an anesthetic technician and I do make supply of medical consumables to all Nigeria hospitals. Today we're going to be discussing another anesthetic breathing circuit, which we call the Maposin A or MAGI circuit. When I say the word MAGI, I'm not saying the one we use for seasoning or for cooking, not at all. I'm talking about anesthetic breathing circuit. Now, what is MAGI circuit? What is it used for? What are the physical characteristics of this medical device? And then what is it ID for? Or why was it made? So these are the questions that we're going to be answering as we go on with this video. But before I explain the meaning of MAGI circuit, I would like to talk about breathing circuit generally. What is the meaning of breathing circuit? It means a medical device or a medical consumable that help to deliver medical gases to the patient and also help to remove carbon dioxide or CO2 from the patient. So this is the basic definition of breathing circuit or breathing system. So each time you hear the word breathing system, so let this word come to your mind that it helps to deliver medical gases to patient and also help to remove carbon dioxide from the patient. So that is it. Now, what is a MAGI circuit or what is Maposin A? Sorry, I'm using the word interchangeably. MAGI circuit also means Maposin A. Alright, so sometimes we're using them either MAGI circuit or Maposin A, so they all mean the same thing. Now, what is MAGI circuit? A MAGI circuit is a medical device that help to deliver medical gases to patients, also help to remove carbon dioxide from the patient, where it has eight adjustable pressure limiting valve at the patient end and has eight reservoir bag at the machine end. So that's the basic definition of MAGI circuit or Maposin A. Now, what are the physical characteristics of this device? Meaning, each time you see the device, so how do you recognize it? How do you know that this one is not a brain circuit or this one is not an RST piece? So how do you recognize it? So this is the device. So this is it. This is it. And what does it has? First of all, it is between the so one. It has a length of 110 to 180 centimeter long. I mean, if you measure the length now, it's about between a 180 to it's between a 110 to 180 centimeter. And it has an APF valve, adjustable pressure limiting valve at the patient end. This is the patient end. So we call here patient end because it is the part that is closer to the patient. So this is the patient end. And at the patient end, it has its expiratory valve or APF valve, adjustable pressure limiting valve. So it has it here. And at the machine end, we call here machine end because it is the part that is closer to the machine, to the anesthetic machine. So at the machine end, it has a reservoir bag. This is the reservoir bag. And they all have their basic function that they do. So this is a device. This is how it look like. Now, what are the mechanism of action of this medical device? Um, during the during the initial inspiration of patient, the gas that the patient take in is always free of carbon dioxide or dead spaces gases. They only contain oxygen and anesthetic gas. That is the first inspiration. So the patient taking those gases as they take it in. But during the expiration, meaning when the patient has expired, the first gases that will be eliminated, they are those gases found at the anatomical dead spaces. So we call them the dead spaces gases. Oh, you may be asking me, what is the meaning of dead spaces gases? There are those gases that are found at the anatomically dead space, meaning they don't take part in a complete respiration, meaning they are not found at the alveoli where the exchange of gases takes place. It means when the patient inspired, these gases they hang either in the nursery, in the pharynx, in the trachea, in the bronchi, in the bronchiole. They don't go to the alveoli. And mind you, that it is in the alveoli that the exchange of gases takes place between the lungs and the blood. So these gases are not found there. So when the patient expired, the first gases that will be eliminated from the patient, they are these gases, the dead space gases. So when they are being expired, they are being channeled to the reservoir bag. So they are being channeled there. And please don't forget that the reservoir bag is constantly being fed by the gases that are coming from the anesthetic machine. So meaning this reservoir bag contain two gases, which are the one coming from the anesthetic machine and the dead spaces gases. So while the alveolar gases that contain the carbon dioxide are found within the corrugated rubber tubing. But during the expiratory pause, there will be a build-up pressure within the system in which the CO2 will want to come out from the system because they are no longer needed. So it is this build-up pressure that the fresh gases from the anesthetic machine will then help to eliminate these gases through the APA valve. They will now be vented out through the APA valve. So when the patient inspire the second time, so the gases that the patient will then take in will now be, from the reservoir bag. So will then be from the fresh gases from the anesthetic machine and the dead spaces gases that does not contain carbon dioxide. So the patient taking these two gases and the whole cycle continue again. So that is the mechanism of action of this particular medical device. Please don't forget that this device is meant for spontaneous ventilation, meaning it is mainly for spontaneous ventilation. I'm not saying that you cannot be like maybe they cannot be used for controlled ventilation. They can, but it leads to wastage of gases. Because when you are using this device for spontaneous ventilation, you only need a flow rate of 70 ml per kg per minute of flow rate. But when you are using it for controlled ventilation, you will need 3 times of it, which will also lead to rebreathing, in which the patient rebreathe its own CO2, which will not be too good for that patient. So that is why we don't always recommend this device for controlled ventilation, but it is for spontaneous ventilation. Thank you for watching my video. I've come to the end of the video. Thank you for watching. And if you know you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, so please do subscribe. And if you need any of these medical gases, medical consumables, please, you are free to contact me at any time. I'm at your reach. Distance is never a barrier. Thank you very much for watching my video. See you in my next video.